Hey, I hope you're having a marvelous Monday. It's your favorite remote work enthusiast, Delilah, and I am back with some more hot leads. We're just gonna jump right on into it, y'all. And you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button, tap that notification bell, lock it on in if you want to hear about the latest remote opportunities. And on that note, we are ready to jump in. All right, you guys, I'm gonna get through these leads quickly, okay? I don't know what it is. It's like as soon as I think my congestion is getting better, boom. But I walked outside this morning and like the car was covered in pollen. So I think that lets me know what's really going on. It's all this pollen, y'all. Okay, so jumping on in here, the first company that I want to spotlight is called Minted. And I want to say it's been years since I have shared them. This company specializes in framing, portraits. You can do invites, things formal, that kind of thing. It's a really nice company because they give you a lot of options for how you frame your art or photos of your kids, things of that nature. Great company. Now, if you want to learn more about them, you can go to their Glassdoor and you can see they have a really great rating. You can see they're, a sizable company, not the largest, but I definitely have seen commercials for them. Now, to navigate to their careers, you'll just scroll down to the bottom and select careers. From here, you can see their open positions. I'm going to get into a unique position that they have available. I think a lot of the ladies are going to love this one. Okay, so jumping on in here, this is for their trade concierge position. This is a temp role, and you guys know I have talked a lot about temp positions over the last few years. These are, short-term roles. They kind of know going into it how long it's going to last, but sometimes temp positions can turn into permanent positions. And I have a video about temp jobs that I'll make pop up in case you have never considered them. Now, this is for all of those ladies who love wedding planning. Like, I know a lot of women just love the idea of, putting a wedding together. You're going to be working in that sort of realm, okay? So, as a wedding trade concierge, you're going to provide wedding professionals with a personalized tour of Minted products and services, as well as provide a point of contact for all of their questions. The wedding trade concierge will provide the same level of support to trade professionals, clients, ensuring the best experience for everyone. Wedding trade concierges will use their strong relationship building skills and knowledge of Minted products to support the wedding professional and their client's experience. Reporting to the Associate Manager Trade Concierge Program, concierges have excellent written and verbal communication skills and are savvy in working with a variety of systems and technology. And so you're gonna have to be someone who doesn't mind liaising between the different wedding professionals and the company and their departments and all of that. You're helping with, the piece of getting those wedding photos, likely getting those invitations, likely out there, created, framed, all that kind of stuff. So that gives you an idea of what you're going to be doing. And to do this role well, you need to have relationship building skills, design orientation, and love of weddings and wedding planning, a calm professional working environment, excellent written and verbal communication skills, high attention to detail. You have to be experienced with Salesforce or any sort of CRM software. It says that's a plus. And then bachelor's degree or experience. So if you've done like wedding planning or event planning, that could serve as experience, and 2 years of experience working with customers, preferably at a premium brand. So this is the lead, you guys, and we can see the details down here, and it's gonna go throughout the end of this year. So that gives us a great understanding of like the scope of this role. So if this is for you, then I would put my best foot forward. I highly recommend using the remote resume builder software to get your application in. Being that this is like a, liaising position, you are a coordinator, okay? So sometimes we want to think about like, well, is there a template for the exact title? Well, what are you doing? You're handling communications, you're handling documentations, you're handling those projects, making sure that those, invitations or those photos are framed. You are an administrative coordinator. They're not calling it that, but that is what you are doing. So this would be the template to use, the administrative coordinator resume template, and pair it with our administrative coordinator cover letter template and be on your merry way. And you guys know the software has so many templates. You can choose your template, go into the 5-step wizard and, just customize your resume, your cover letter. Boom, you are ready to download. And I'm telling y'all, we've got some really exciting updates coming very soon. Go ahead and lock in your pricing. It's only $37 a month. Try it out for $1 during our 7-day try before you buy trial. You are going to love it. So now let's move on to the next hot lead. So moving along, the next company that I want to spotlight is called Magna Legal Services, and I have shared this company before. They offer trial services, jury research and consulting, discovery services. You can check them out on their Glassdoor. They are a pretty large company, 1,001 to 5,000 employees, and people enjoy it there. Now, to navigate to their careers, you can just scroll down to the bottom and you'll see where it says careers. And then once we select that, we'll be able to see exactly what they have available. I'm going to get into a lead right now. So jumping on in, this is for their records client services facilitator position. This is a full-time remote opportunity, and they let us know that you are going to work independently, have natural problem-solving skills, and outstanding interpersonal skills. Their ideal candidate is highly reliable and has a desire to both learn and grow in a legal services setting. So you're going to research and diagnose procedural issues and exceptions for our clients, client communication, responding to all emails and inquiries in a timely manner, communicate effectively to high-profile clients, navigate software, web portals, and digital filing systems, maintain a calendar system to follow up with recurring and ongoing tasks. So you need 2 to 3 years experience in a relevant field such as medical record retrieval, call center operations, customer service, collections, or related area, which I know y'all have experience with. And they give us the details down here. And you're going to be working in Microsoft Office. You need to have, attention to detail, be able to problem solve, work in that fast-paced environment. And so this is like a non-phone based role, okay? You are handling records. You're doing a lot of research, okay? You're going to be responding a lot via email, but guess what? Sometimes it's just a lot quicker to pick up that phone. So this is not a call center role. This is not a role where they're expecting you to field calls. But for the folks who don't know, every job requires communication. And even if 99% of the time it's via email, you just got to be okay with that 1% of the time, maybe a few times a day, picking up the phone, which is not a big deal at all when you know that there are a lot of jobs that want you to take back-to-back calls. We don't want that, okay? Some of us do, some of us don't. So if you want a non-phone based role, I absolutely would put my best foot forward. And y'all, I would actually use the exact same template, the administrative coordinator template. But remember, this company's asking for research and, you're going to be handling documentation and it's going to have a legal, perspective to it. So we're not going to send the same resume that we sent to the last company to this company. But a lot of those things that you want mentioned, being able to liaise between internal and external departments, Microsoft Office, handling records and documentation, it's already there. That's why we use these templates as a jumping off point, but we don't keep them as is. So use that template, and now let's move on to the next hot lead. So moving along, the next company that I want to spotlight is Conduent. I feel like I've been talking about Conduent every single week, but their leads have been really with, what y'all have been requesting in the comments. So that's why I don't mind sharing this always hiring company. And I featured them in a video about always hiring companies that I'll make pop up right here. And if you're not familiar with Conduent, huge company, 10,000 plus employees. They hire over, in different places globally. This is a major work from home company. You can just go to the top and select careers. And then from here, you can just hit search and you can see what they have available. You can categorize by remote, or if you're open to something hybrid or something in your area, you can actually search by state and city. I'm going to get into a lead right now. So jumping on in, this is for their claims processor position, and they let us know the details right here. The training is Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. for 8 weeks. And then post training, the production hours are 8 a.m. and you're going to work until you have a clean desk, meaning your days end when the work is complete. So that's what they tell us, okay? And so they give us those details here. They're not hiring for this particular role in these locations. So check their careers page if you're in one of these locations and see if they have something for your state. And you just need to be able to pass a background check, be 18 years or older, have reliable internet, and reside in the US. And so you gotta be good with typing. It's nice if you have experience processing claims, but you don't necessarily have to have that. Not for this role. And I'm telling y'all from knowing about it. Okay. So if this is something you're interested in, you've never done claims, you can put your best foot forward too. If you've done claims, they really want you. And if you like this one, then I would use the remote resume builder software and I would use the insurance claims resume template and I would build from there. This one is perfect. So use the software, use this template, and now let's move on to the final hot lead. So last but certainly not least is a lead from CVS. And I've shared them many times. We know CVS. You can check them out on their Glassdoor. This is a huge company as well, 10,000 plus employees. Now to navigate to their careers, we'll just go all the way down to the bottom and then we will select careers. And then from here, we are able to do our search. They have a lot of opportunities. They've got hybrid, they've got completely remote, they have stuff that is in your city, in your state. So, play with it if you're open to those different ways of working, see what they have available. I'm going to get into a lead right now. So jumping on in, this is for their technical support representative position. This is available US wide. And they let us know that they're looking for someone who is timely with handling technical responses and inquiries. And you're going to be handling those inquiries from CVS store employees, the pharmacy, the Minute Clinic employees regarding solving, diagnosing, and resolving problems for the stores on hardware, pharmacy, point of sale systems, Minute Clinic, and photo. So you're going to be that person who the people who are in the CVS like brick and mortar locations reach out to if they're having any tech support issues. And so you just need to have 6 months of technical or call center experience. You got to be able to document problems, maintain knowledge with accurate, up-to-date information, effective manage call workload, provide outstanding customer support, collaborate well in a team environment, and the full-time employee will work 5 days a week and must be able to work 1 weekend shift a week. So that means you're probably going to be working either Saturday or Sunday and then, 4 days throughout the work week. So you just got to be open to, one of those days on the weekend. And this looks to be a phone-based tech support role. Not all tech support roles are phone-based. A lot of them are, support desk-based, and some have a mix between the two, which this one looks like you're going to be using the phone and, their tech support system to track and document all of those things. So if this is something you're interested in, you're trying to get your foot in the door of tech support, this is that foot in the door opportunity. And I absolutely would use the remote resume builder software and I would use the tech support resume template. This one is perfect for this role. So there you guys have it. Those are the hot leads. We're starting off our Mondays with, these hot leads. They're only going to get even better during the work week. Let me know what else you guys want to see. I'm always taking y'all's requests. We just want to get hired. And the remote resume builder software is your go-to. As soon as you sign up, you're going to get your login. You're going to have your own private login to your own software account. It'll look like this. You'll see all the templates already there. You can search for them. We've got tons and tons not listed here. It's easy peasy to customize your resume and cover letter. Link is in the description box below. Next up on the resources list is Extra Leads Club. All of these leads come from Extra Leads Club. I give y'all a sample just so you know what to expect when you sign up. We search every single weekday, Me and the team, for the hottest leads, we add 40 every single weekday. So over the course of a week, you have hundreds of leads to choose from. And these are all verified. We go through the same process for all of them. We don't cut corners. So if you're busy, you want to save time and get results, you got to put in those applications, join Extra Leads Club, get the software. Those two together are a beautiful combination. It's going to help you stay consistent so that you can get hired. So try it out. It's only $10 a month, and you can try it for just $1 during our 7-day try before you buy trial. And last but certainly not least is my Amazon storefront. Amazon's got so many great things for your home office. I get a small commission if you purchase anything from here. If you need a computer, which we all need, you can get a really great deal from Amazon. Everything doesn't have to go together. You can find a, PC here, use a monitor you have already. You got a keyboard and a mouse, you're in business. And you can see they've got some really great packages for the whole hookup if you need it. So check out my Amazon storefront. Join Extra Leads Club today and get your application in using the remote resume builder software. And thank you so much for watching. I truly hope this has been helpful, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.